Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh.
Did you notice that?
You caught it.
I sure did.
Happy Monday and welcome to Rise and Radke.
You know, I thought putting my hair back like this was a good choice for a Monday.
Until you saw
Until I'm looking at it right now. And also, can you turn the light up a bit, Dave? Man, I look washed out. I mean, I'm going to admit, I have on no makeup for y'all. Not any. I don't have a primer on my face. I think I might have slapped on some moisturizer. I put on mascara, and that is it. So, you're getting me all natural today. But good morning, everybody. We're so glad that you're here this morning. I feel like our color looks a little bit different. I don't know if it's because it's cloudy outside here or what, but
it is kind of yellow.
I feel like that green wall. Oh my gosh, it got way better when you got up, David.
Did it really?
I mean, I'm not trying to be ugly, but y'all, David got up and all of a sudden I am glowing. Oh my gosh. I've told you for years you're bringing me down. Look, now watch it. Oh, it's back.
It's my blue.
David, take it off. David, just sit in your t-shirt. David. Okay, now try it. Oh my gosh, David, what are you doing? That is so bright. There's no possible way.
Hello.
David, I can't make out one thing they're saying. I can't. It is so bright. I look amazing.
There's something with the color of this blue.
I know.
See, I'm generally...
You got to turn that light down. I feel like I'm being interrogated about where I was 3 weeks ago.
I'm generally not a denim blue kind of guy. Well, I mean, I like denim.
Look what we're drinking out of. If you were here on Friday, we opened these up. Which one did you get today, by the way? We just grabbed them up and poured our coffee in them. Of course. I got the cynical one. I got the one where we're looking at each other and glaring like this.
I got the one where I look like a damn fool.
It is one of our lines that we say around our house all the time. Yes, we even say it in front of our children. And it is a line. Do you know where it's from?
Not off the top of my
Good
head.
Times.
Oh, yeah.
Good Times. Remember James in Florida?
Yeah.
And they had JJ and Winona. Walona was their neighbor who died recently, by the way.
I think Winona was in the Judds, not the...
I know.
Yeah.
But anyway, one time, Florida said, James, you're a damn fool. And I don't know why, but I say it to David all the time.
And we try not to say that in front of the kids.
We say it all the time in front of the kids. Please don't do that. Don't try to make us sound like we're better people than you know that we are. Good morning, everybody. We're so glad you're here. It's a big, huge crowd for a Monday morning.
Speaking of that, have you guys checked out Streamer? Streamer is Melissa's new podcast where it's Stream Her, like streamer with an H, where she goes and streams shows for you on the streaming services.
Why don't you wait and do those in commercial breaks? Like we could literally have commercial breaks.
Because you just said, don't make us look like that. We talk that way in front of our kids or whatever. I forget, it might have been, it was both the morning show and Troop Zero. Now, let me tell you, 95% of the people love Streamer. They love the morning show. They love Troop Zero, which were two of them. But there was a couple, they didn't come straight out and say it.
Okay, first of all, you're getting ahead of yourself. What he's talking about is whenever I release one, I always put it on social media and I'm like, hey, here's what we just reviewed on Streamer. Go check it out. Have you watched this show? And he's talking about the comments that people are putting about the morning show, which is one that I reviewed, and also Troop Zero is one that I reviewed. That's what now sorry, you make it, baby. It does. It gets ahead. It gets ahead. It's okay, James. You're just a damn fool. Okay, go ahead.
But anyway, there was a couple on there that they weren't mad at you, but like they were mad at Prime for Trip Zero. Like, shame on you, Prime, for saying it's PG-13 in that language.
Wait, I didn't see these comments. Really? What were they upset about though? What did they not like about it?
The language.
See, y'all. Is this not a problem? I am immune to that. I'm immune to that. I don't even, like, if people say, I went and saw, I can't even think of a movie right now. I cannot possibly think of a movie. I went and saw that and I thought the language in it was horrible. And I'll be like, I can't remember one bad word in that thing. What does that mean?
If it's not Good Will Hunting, the language does not stand.
Good, babe. Okay, that is a throwback. That is again, baby. You can't on these morning shows. You can't do old time jokes between us that they're not going to get. A married couple has 1,000 of them.
I
David,
I don't feel like that movie that like it was up for Academy Awards and that's where we learned of Ben Affleck and Matt Damon. That people would go, what movie are they talking about?
First of all, oh my God, I just jiggled my arm and my chicken breast meat on this program. David, but I can assure you movies have come out since then with much worse language than Good Will Hunting. But when Good Will Hunting came out, we had not been married very long. And y'all, to say that we were fresh out of Bible college newbies, like bright eyes like this, like naive like this, is an understatement at best. And we went to go see Good Will Hunting. And in the middle of the movie, somebody had told us the language in it is terrible. Because this is back in 1999. So we went to go see it.
Do you remember when almost all the movies had senseless cussing and senseless top nudity for no reason?
I don't remember senseless top nudity.
I don't remember
that at all, David.
There were so many movies like in the 80s and 90s.
Didn't see any movies in the 80s with senseless top nudity. How about you quit talking about what you did in high school?
So what she's saying is all the nudity she saw was very sensible.
First of all, who calls it senseless top nudity?
I'm just saying like a girl would just walk across.
My point is this. May I get to it? My point is we were sitting in the theater in Nashville, Tennessee, and David goes, what are we going to do? We were so young. What are we going to do if the language is really bad? Are we going to get up and leave? And about that time...
But that was a different movie.
No, it was Good Will Hunting because guess who walked in?
I thought that was...
No, that was not Payback with Mel Gibson. God, I've been married to you so long. I even know what your memories are before you even say them. Stephen Curtis Chapman walked in. No doubt he's watching this morning. Stephen Curtis Chapman walked in. And David says, there's Stephen Curtis Chapman. And I said, thank you, God, for giving us a sign. If Stephen Curtis walks out, we'll walk out. Well, he didn't walk out because at the time he was our age. And apparently he had also watched a bunch of top nudity, maybe. I don't know what this one's talking about. And we got way off of the subject. What we're talking about is that I reviewed a movie called Troop Zero, which was a family movie on Amazon Prime. And people are saying it shouldn't have been a family movie because of the language. And I'm simply saying, what the heck is wrong with me that I didn't even notice there was language in it? I didn't even notice that. Is that bad?
Well, I haven't seen it, so I don't know if it was bad or not. There was a chance that it was bad.
Well, I watched it with Remy.
It was rated PG. I will say that.
Was it PG or PG-13?
No, it was PG.
Okay. Well, let me tell you something. If you didn't like Troop Zero, I dare you not to go watch the morning show. Dear Lord. If I took a drink every time they said a bad word on there, I'd be stone cold drunk. But man, it was a good show. Oh, and no one disagreed with me on that, did they? Like,
oh, no.
Nobody. Like, everybody was like, I love this show. Which is just so, it's not even on our list of things to talk about today, but it's just so freaking Hollywood coming out and saying that they did not like the morning show because it did not do enough for the Me Too movement. To which I say, who the freak cares? I don't need my TV to make my points. I can make my points just fine. I want my TV to entertain me. Ugh, that just gets on my ever-loving nerve. And that's why I'm reviewing movies. Because I don't want to listen to reviewers who have an agenda. I just want to listen to reviewers who want to be entertained. And nobody was freaking doing it. So now I'm doing it. And I'm off of that soapbox.
Julie said that she watched Troop Zero last night. She didn't realize it either. But now I think about my 5-year-old asking what app was.
Oh, quote of the day. Who said that, Julie?
Julie.
Oh, quote of the day to Julie Lundberg. Julie, it's people like you that keep us getting up in the mornings and doing this daily grind.
Hey, I'm sorry, I moved us way off course, but
you really did. So we want to know how you guys' weekend was. Please tell us how your weekend was. Tell us what you did. I will start by saying, on a more serious note, we had a really full weekend. One of the things that we did on Saturday, we actually rehearsed on Friday night for it. And then on Saturday, we had the funeral of my dear friend, Billie Jean Johnson. If you listen to my podcast, Ordinary People, Ordinary Things, then you heard my interview with Billie Jean back at Christmas. And then we released that same interview this past week in memory of her. She did pass away from cancer. Our age, been married just a couple of years longer than David and I had. So many things in that funeral felt familiar to me. Of course, I've known Billie Jean for a long time, and her husband Jeremy. I've always liked her daughters a whole lot. I've always thought a lot of them. And so watching them on the front row, I sang 3 songs for that funeral. And I think the love for her husband and that long and lengthy relationship, and they got married really young, and so they grew up together, which is really David and I's story. You know, I was 20 years old when we got married. And it just felt really familiar to me. And so last night as we crawled into bed, he reached over and held my hand, and I just couldn't help but think, I'm not trying to bring us all down here, but I couldn't help but think that's just such a small thing that we take for granted. The rolling over and saying I love you before bed, or reaching over and holding each other's hand as we watch, a Brooklyn Nine-Nine before bed or something. And that can so easily just be taken away. And I do want to say on a lighter note, I have said for years what I want at my funeral. I have said this for years. David Radke doesn't take me seriously, so now I'm coming to y'all. Now listen, I'm going to lay out some things I want at my funeral, and I want y'all to write them down, and I want y'all to see that they happen. Okay? Stop! David, it's my funeral! Here's the first one. Number 1, I want hysterics. I want absolute hysterics. I don't want anybody trying to hold in their tears. I want y'all to let them out. I want high volumes of hysterics. Mania, perhaps. I don't care. But any kind of waterworks you want to provide at my funeral, provide them. Now is your time. Okay? As what is that guy? What I love him in that movie. What's the movie we just saw with Tiffany Haddish, Boss Babe? And that guy goes, "Witness my tragic moment." That's what I want. Okay? I also want a video montage of me doing wonderful things, and I want it played to the Coldplay song Amazing Day. The reason I tell y'all this is because David Radke has decided he's not going to use that song when it comes to my video montage, because he is afraid people will, and I quote, "think I murdered you."
Every song that she wants makes it sound like I did something to her, like, this is a great day.
Okay, third thing I want you to know, okay? So we've got be hysterical, watch a video montage of me to the song Amazing Day by Coldplay, and number 3, he probably did murder me. I'm just going to go ahead and say that. Dateline, you can use this clip right here. When I show up murdered, find this and use it, because he probably did it.
I will have 15, 20,000 character witnesses just from Rise and Radke that will say, couldn't have been him. Couldn't have been him.
Mm-hmm. And lastly, and this is the biggest, you know that moment, and they did not have this at Billie Jean's funeral, and I could not have been more happy about it. The moment where everybody dismisses, now this is like an American thing. I don't even know if they do this in other countries, but we go out row by row and walk past the casket. And you walk past the casket, and you look in the casket, and then you say, you hug the husband or whatever, and you shake the preacher's hand, and then you file out the other side. Is that a Texas thing? Is that only a Texas thing? I don't know. Do y'all do that in Indiana? Y'all do that up in Jersey? I don't know, but that's what we do. And a lot of people have said they didn't do that at Billie Jean's. My cousin Meredith's like, don't you dare have people walk by my casket. You have them walk. You have them walk by my casket. You have them slow walk. You have them lean in and leave me notes and coins. Okay?
Like that. I can't really do it on here, but kind of like that slow swagger step. Where that back.
I want you coming at me like this, okay? And this is what I want playing. David, crank it up.
Right now?
Just do it, David.
Well, it's going to take a second. Why didn't you give me a heads up?
It's not going to take a second. It's literally on Spotify, on my playlist. Okay? When the processional begins, this is what I want to begin to play. This is what I want.
We don't own the rights to this song. Don't pull our video down.
Y'all come at me like this.
Okay, we really do gotta kill it.
That's what I want when people walk out. David has said, absolutely not, I won't have it. I don't care if I am 60, 74 when I die, or, oh, God forbid, like 48. That's what I want people to walk out to. That is fun. And I want them to remember me.
You died last year?
I'm not even near that. I want people to have fun and remember me in a light way, and remember how I loved Motown music and black R&B, but was never able to really sing it. But there you go. Okay, what are people saying? Oh, they're saying they do it in Oklahoma. They do it in Arkansas. They do it in Indiana.
Somebody back there, it was a while back, they said...
okay, they do it in Ohio. Oh, if they're doing it in Ohio, they're definitely Midwest. Okay.
Somebody back there said that David would be in jail so that they would plan the funeral.
So see? This is going to fall to my family. Oh, God forbid. Okay, we do that in Virginia, Motown, Philly. Okay, Kristen says she doesn't like that. She doesn't like walking by the casket. Okay, a dance routine. I'm fine if a flash mob wants to stand up. I am okay with that. Okay, I highly recommend it. All right, moving on. Speaking of death, not a great topic, but I have a question that I want to ask you guys. Did you hear that B. Smith died this weekend? Now, you probably have no clue who that is. I grew up recognizing that name.
Just the name, but yeah.
So people attributed her like she was the Black Martha Stewart or something. As if we had to, I don't know, call one white and one black. But Martha Stewart is very, very white, in fairness. But she was home and food and family. And she was really like brilliant at what she did at her time. And really beautiful, classy woman. I'd never followed anything she did because I was little. This is when my mother was, into all that kind of stuff. Those 2 weeks that my mom was into home design and good cooking. But anyway, it just so happened she passed away this weekend from early onset Alzheimer's. And it had gotten really severe. She was fairly young. I mean, she was in her 70s. And it had gotten really severe really quickly. Okay, so she passed away this weekend. Well, when I saw that on the news, I was reminded of something. Just about 8 weeks ago, I had a dermatology appointment, and I was sitting in the waiting room, and I had picked up a magazine, and there was an article in this magazine of B. Smith's husband. They were interviewing him. In fact, I went, why do I know that name, B. Smith? Why do I know that name? I started to read the article, and it was about what she had done, and so I put it together. I was like, oh, I remember seeing her in newspaper clippings and magazine articles and my mom referring to her. But here's the deal, and I want to ask you about it. The article was on the fact that her husband, who was very devoted to her and loved her dearly, was no longer able to have any kind of marital relationship with her. And we're not just talking sex. He's like, this is not just about sex. This is about I can't even converse with her. I am officially just caring for her now 24/7, and she does not even know me. Went ahead and moved his girlfriend in the house. And the girlfriend also loved B very much and cared for B like a caretaker very, very much. And so I don't know who wrote the article, but they were really respectful of this man and this girlfriend. It wasn't a slanderous article at all. But what do y'all think about that?
How long has she been in that state?
Several years. Not like 6 months, like several years. And he found that he was lonely. And he was a caretaker 24/7. He was lonely. And he wanted a relationship. He wanted to laugh again. He wanted to have adult conversation. He made a point to say it's not about sex. Now, he is a man. Am I right? Am I right, ladies? Okay. But, so I'm sure that played some part in it. But what do you think about the fact that, like he said, I formed this relationship with this woman. And she's the one who said, please let me come in and help you care for her. We love her. What do you think about that? And answer carefully.
My face gave away my initial thought. I don't like the way that sounds.
While you answer it, I'm going to look at people like Angela or Ann who's saying negative. That ain't happening.
I don't.
Sarah, that's a hard no.
I don't like that. I don't think I would do that. I will leave a little whatever, a little window or whatever, unless you're in that situation, it's.
Okay.
I mean,
Did you just say you're going to leave a window, Radke? Is that what you said?
I said for me.
Because I've seen your windows. The screens fell off of the windows in our kitchen 7 years ago, and you ain't put them back on. So I know what it means when you leave a window open. It means any trash can get in.
I said for me, no. But I just don't want to put my thoughts off on somebody else because I don't know the whole,
Now, Don Schultz said if he was taking care of her 24/7, how on earth did he have time to get a girlfriend? Okay, according to this, she was a family friend. They had absolutely zero relationship. She had loved B for most of B's life, and he eventually, they formed a relationship. Now, to that, I will say this. I want David to get remarried. I say that I do.
That the first time you've ever said that was this Saturday.
Because
We've
I
been
know
married
you
for
like
25
companionship
years.
and you don't want to be alone. I know that about you. You like to have somebody.
But for 25, 26 years of our marriage, you've always said, you're not getting married again. I will haunt you from the grave. And this Saturday, you said, I want you to get remarried.
I did say that, David, but probably because I stood on a stage and sang in front of a family of a man who is precious. That man is precious, and he has a full, long life ahead of him. And so I was thinking about you. And yeah, I had a sensitive moment. I would also like to say that in the car, when I said this, and I prefaced it like this, David, in all seriousness, all kidding aside, I know you and I joke and laugh a lot, but in all seriousness, I want you to get remarried. I want you to find somebody that brings you, friendship and chemistry and fun and spontaneity and adventure in your life if I were to die young. And he said, you've never said that before, and I don't even like to talk that way. And then we rode in silence for probably 10 miles. And he never said one word to me. He never said,
might have ridden
stop!
One block.
He never said one time, and I want you to remarry. And y'all know why he didn't? Because he doesn't think anybody else would want this.
That's not
But
true.
lo, does he not understand? A lot of people are waiting in line.
I think a lot of people.
Now they've
want
got to
this.
finish serving their prison term, but once they get out, they're going to want to get with it. But I said, David, seriously? You've not said one word to me. And he just laughed like that.
Love after lockup.
It's not funny, David. A lot of people.
Hey, speaking of love after lockup, can you share the story from your parents' house the other day?
No, I'm not going to share the story from my parents' house until you tell these people that I could get remarried, David.
When I'm gone, this is my thing. She's very particular about
cleanliness.
She wants
and good personality. And I only got one of those. He's definitely clean.
She wants to hang on to life support until the entire medical system collapses because they've kept her on life support so long. Me, if the doctor says it's not going to happen, pull it. I'm gone. As far as my burial plans, you want to put me in a box, you want to put me in a wall, you want to...
I'll light you on fire in the front yard. I got no problem with it. We'll do it this afternoon.
I don't care. I'm gone at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, whatever.
Get to the part where you think somebody would want to marry me.
I do
David.
think somebody would want to
and
marry
not a drag queen, which is what you said one time.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. You said drag queens love you.
They do, but that doesn't mean you're going to marry one.
They'd be a lot more fun than you.
I do believe that for their sake and yours, I need to start working on the manual, the Melissa marriage manual, because it has taken me 25 years and I still have a couple of chapters I'm working on.
Okay, Carly Jones just said her husband also wants to stay on life support. So you know what? You can have Carly, and I'm going to be pushed up next to him, me and him on life support. Okay? Y'all just put our hands together, and you and Carly just run off into the sunset. How's that? You know what? I do want to be put on life support for not today, God, don't put me on there today, but I'm just saying, wait it out. Wait it out, David. Good grief. How did we even get on this? What are we talking about? Oh, David wants me to tell y'all, because he made the life after lockup joke. My mother, who y'all know when I talk about my mother, I have to also talk like my mother. My mother serves at the prison every Wednesday night, my mother goes with a team of people from our church. We have a service that actually they go and they set it up like a church service, and the men come and they worship and they have preaching and the whole bit, and my mother serves there. My mother loves this ministry because my mother is very huggy, come here, y'all come in here. And all the men love her because she's like a grandma. At least God, I hope that's why. So anyway, we go over to their house on Wednesday afternoon, and my mom has got all of her
You're going to shoot a little video with her.
Yeah, I was going to shoot a video with her, but when I walk in, all of her makeup looks beautiful, but her hair is in rollers. It's all in Velcro rollers. I said, Mother, what are you doing? And she said, Melissa, I got to let my hair set. So my dad comes out of the back, because God knows he ain't going to work these days. He's about to retire. And he comes out and he said, doesn't your mother look beautiful today? She's all made up and dolled up, got her earrings on and got her face on. I said, Mother, you really do? Did you think? Got her face on? And she said, well, I'm getting old. I'm trying to look nice. I've got prison tonight. Now, y'all need to keep in mind, my mother ain't slapped makeup on for my dad 17 years. But she got it old to go to that prison. Now, what is that about, David? And then you want to say love after lockup. That's hitting close to home right now. But that's what she said. I said, Mother, you are looking nice. What is going on? Why you got your hair in rollers? Melissa, it's Wednesday. You know I go serve at the prison. I don't know what she's doing there, y'all. So anyway, I have laid out my funeral plans for y'all. I hope that you've taken them seriously. What have we got? We've got you guys acting completely distraught and throwing coins, perhaps dollar bills, letters, whatever, into my casket. I want that. I want Amazing Day by Coldplay played with a video montage. Will it sound like David murdered me? Yes, it will. Did he probably murder me? Yes, he did. Third, I want to walk out to Motown Philly. Okay?
That would be amazing if you walked out to Motown Philly.
I want y'all to walk out to Motown Philly. Okay? These are the things, make them happen. David Radke has already told me he won't make them happen.
Hey, can we say the one request that Remy wants at her funeral? Have we told him that?
What is it? I don't remember.
About the ghost pepper.
Oh my God! Remy Radke, y'all know what she told me? She said, Mama, when I die, and y'all put me in that casket, first of all, God forbid that would ever happen, that I'd be setting her up in that casket. She said, when I die and y'all put me in that casket, and you get me just placed, I want y'all to open my mouth and put a ghost pepper in it, and let my ghost pepper be seen, let it hang out like a cigarette, like a ghost pepper. I said, I'm sorry, why? Why am I doing this? And she said, because when people pass by my casket, I want them to know at least I died trying. Now, is that what we want to go down for, America? At least she tried. She died trying to eat that ghost pepper.
She is your daughter.
She is my daughter all the way. Okay, the other thing I wanted to ask you guys about the B. Smith. So apparently I've definitely got y'all's opinions about that. So that is part of that story. B. Smith died, but her husband had brought in his girlfriend, and she was living in the house and was caring for her. She was a longtime family friend. I have longtime family friends as well. I'm now going to give you the list of who may come into my home and take care of me. Out of my family friends, you may marry, and they may come into my home and care for me. None of them. None of them. That's the thing. You can get remarried to some woman I've never met from the Jamaican Islands. But you marry a girlfriend of mine, I'm going to rain blows down on you from heaven.
Oh, so now you're putting stipulations.
Oh, there's absolutely.
You can't remarry, but.
I want to choke you right now, even thinking about it. Do y'all not feel that way? Like, you can marry somebody I don't know. Okay? You can marry some common gutter trash. But don't you marry one of my friends. That is nay-tay-tay. All right. Anything you want to add to that, babe?
I don't want you to marry my friends. Am I supposed to say that?
You don't have one single one. You literally do not have a single friend. Except, you know what? You do have Ronnie, and I would marry him. It would be an asexual marriage. We would just laugh all the time. It would be wonderful. I would absolutely love it. Okay, anyway, that's it for us. Now we're going to do our... Can you do the music for it?
What? Do we have music for it?
No, just come up with it.
Oh.
Now it's time for our... It's not. No.
I don't.
Do it differently.
Do.
That's not. No.
You can't.
You do it with the words, David. You do it with the words.
Oh, okay. Well, you know.
So it's like this. Now it's time for our Weekend Movie Review.
Okay.
Now it's time for our Weekend Movie Review. Nice on the harmony. See, you would never get that with one of my girlfriends. All right. This weekend, as y'all know, we see a movie every Friday. So we would now like to tell you guys what we watched so that you will know whether or not you want to take your family to it. Okay? Or if it's a date night or it's a sexy movie or whatever. We're here to tell you. We saw Call of the Wild. Have you seen it? If you've seen it, give us a thumbs up so that we know you saw it. It is a PG movie. Boy, gone are the days, am I right? Gone are the days that a PG movie came out. I don't think that's happened in ages. But it's PG, starring Harrison Ford and a CG dog. You need to know that going in, folks. You need to know that going in. That dog is CG. He is not real. I would love to know what you thought if you saw Call of the Wild. I will tell you this. It is perfectly acceptable for your kids. There's not one, as David referred to earlier, top nudity scene.
Senseless nudity scene.
Yeah, there was definitely a lot of nudity in Call of the Wild, but it was called for. It was senseful.
There were dog nips everywhere.
It was very, very clean. Absolutely no foul language in it at all. I don't think even one time.
Well, you think. You're not really.
But then again, as you all know, I'm immune to it. But it was really clean. I think that the only thing that made it PG is it was some kind of sad with some dogs sometimes. But David had a problem with the dog being CG.
No,
apparently he wants really trained dogs that are able to deliver emotion like that.
No, there's actually, once you're in the movie, you kind of lose it. There was a couple of times at the beginning as you're kind of getting into it, the running I thought was it was pretty obvious. And just a couple of times when they were really close, you'd see some facial things that, you knew it was CG. But in general, it was really
now, Rebecca Mount just made a comment. She said, I loved the book when I read it 20 years ago. Okay, so I know that Jack London wrote a book called Call of the Wild. I thought this was different. I did not I never read the Jack London book.
Yeah, no, it was based off that book.
But was it about a dog? I thought it was about a man in the wild. This is primarily about the dog. So isn't that completely different?
I don't believe I read that book, or I was a very.
But see, they made a book off of the Jack London movie. They made it years ago. I was a kid, and I don't remember a dog being in that movie. Am I wrong? Watch because he's Harrison Ford. Oh, I am. Monica Chambers says to watch and review the new Harrison Ford movie. Monica, check. I'm literally doing that right now. Yes.
You're talking about Streamer. Streamer is for streaming.
Ann Chapman says, yes, it was about the dog, too. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Well, I didn't remember that. So, it is a CG dog. I had zero problems with that. I could tell it was a CG dog. It didn't bother me. It didn't look cartoon. It looked wonderful. But this dog has to deliver a lot of emotion. And let me just say that your family, your Radke family, America's family, am I right? That's a good title. I want that. I want that at my funeral. We came home and loved on our dog big time. We were just like, Nashville, you want something to eat? David, go fix him some ground meat. David, go pour something over his food. We absolutely.
You go catch him a squirrel.
Go catch him a squirrel, David. It was precious. The movie was precious. It's sad in some areas, because of what they put the dogs through. But I thought it was really, really good.
It was a good movie.
But I don't know how I feel about Buck. He is taken from his very first family. And so he never really gets home. And
I know, but that was part of it, that he had a few different
masters.
I don't want to give much away if you hadn't seen it or read the book, but yeah, it was good. Worth your time.
Okay. Hello from Morgan City, Louisiana. Monica says, sorry, I'm at work. We forgive you, sweet Monica. Melissa Radke, America's sweetheart. Oh my God.
Hey, we have kept them.
Nikki Owens, yes.
We have kept them extremely long today.
Okay, I'm going to shut up now.
Hey, I want to remind everybody, Melissa's paperback Eat Cake Be Brave came out last week. We talked about it a lot. Just want to remind you, if you have not gone to eatcakebebrave.com, if you've bought your book, make sure you go to eatcakebebrave.com. At the very
starts
bottom
today.
At the very bottom, click on book bonuses.
The Facebook group starts today.
And today, every Monday through Friday, for like the next 5 weeks, 4 or 5 weeks, Melissa's doing 24 chapters of Eat Cake Be Brave in 24 days. Actually 25 days. But so anyway, every day, 5:15 Central Time, in the private, exclusive...
I see that, Carly Jones. I saw that reply.
Eat Cake Be Brave Facebook group. So make sure you're signed up if you haven't already. If you haven't grabbed your copy, grab your copy. And
5:10.
5:10 Central.
5:10 Central. So
we
you
did
can
that
remember it like 5 and dime.
5 and dime. We did that intentionally because some people stay at home and they're getting ready for the night, so we don't want it to be
too late.
But some people are just getting off work, so
they're driving home. They can watch it in the car. All right.
Maybe don't watch it.
Have a wonderful day. Here is your quote for the day. Whatever you do today, guys, whatever it is that you are setting out to do it with the confidence of a middle schooler on TikTok. That's what I want you to do. You're owning it. You may be terrible at it. You may look ridiculous. And acne may completely have ravaged your face. But you do it with the confidence of a middle schooler on TikTok. Because my kids aren't allowed to watch TikTok, but I do. And it's terrifying. But they're owning it. They are owning it. We love you guys. Have a great Monday. We'll see you tomorrow.
See ya.
Bye.